Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the ancestors past, present and future. Welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. Yes, I am wearing this beautiful hoodie that one of my gorgeous viewers sent me, had wrapped in the gorgeous little glass cat in that's back home on the shelving. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely love it, and it's doing a fabulous job over here in chilly New Zealand in summer. Oh goodness me. 5 seasons in 1 hour. Okay, a little bit late today. I do apologise for that. Had a lot of visitors. Had the pastor from my mum's church, had the palliative care nurse come and run through everything, and for the at home. And then my sister decided to come for afternoon tea, etc. So it's getting a bit late on a Friday. I haven't even looked at the news as to what's been happening, so I might actually have a quick look now, world news today, to see if there's anything that's leapt up in the last couple of hours. Police issue arrest warrant for suspect in the Brown University NASCAR driver. Zelensky. No, it doesn't look like there's anything new, so that's good, because at the moment an hour is an awfully long time in world politics, let alone a day. Okay, so nothing much just terribly happening, but I'm here to spend some time with you. Today is Friday, which means I won't be on for the next 2 days, but I will post information as it comes through, unless something major happens. So entertainment only. All taken by surprise. I think everybody was taken by surprise. The live AI video that came out yesterday. Yeah, right. Trust me, it wasn't live. It was pre-recorded. It was AI. Very shocked. I mean, as my mum said, it was a video about me, and more about me, what I've done, and we know who's doing the me, not me, the orange twerp me. Very much about me. But we were pretty surprised because there's a lot going on. There's the blockade of the Venezuelan oil tankers happening at the moment. There was an announcement, I think, of $10 billion worth of arms going to Taiwan. China's absolutely thrilled about that. There was the Jack Smith testimony. There was the Susie Wiles interview come out, etc. There was a lot that one would have expected the White House and or the Orange Twerp to be upset about. However, I'm just going to say it was pre-recorded. If you have a good close look, you can see in various stages where they've spliced together. And I am also going to just point out that I don't think that was the only pre-recorded video, and I think there was a change from the one that they were intending to show. I don't know why. Oh, someone left too. Bongino has left the FBI. I was picking up very strongly that somebody's out of there. Someone was leaving. I didn't think I got that it was someone more than Bongino. I was getting Vance actually really strongly the other day. But Bongino's gone, cleaned out his desk. I don't think the video that was shown yesterday was the original version of was the one that they actually intended to show. So I'm going to have a little bit of a look here. This is me letting my guides absolutely have free reign in it. And as I split the deck, I've got some sort of announcement coming from the White House. Yes, very much about me. What have I done? Me. Gas is down. Food costs down. I saved the world. Blah 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 blah. People aren't buying it. But this was what was presented. And then we've got the Lovers card. There's some sort of behind the scenes unbalanced agreement that is going on that is being exposed bit by bit by bit. Now, I gather Jack Smith didn't mention the documents case, but Raskin has come out and said stuff from the January the 5th was absolutely would be devastating to the president and all those associated with him. So good on Raskin for doing that, because pressure will start mounting for, okay, well, release it then. I believe Jack didn't release documents information because of the Aileen Cannon stay on it, which expires in about 2 weeks. So, okay, but yeah, as I keep going, volatile information being prevented potentially from being brought forward because the horse is rearing to go, but is not being let loose yet. That will change everything with the Wheel of Fortune. So let's have a quick look. I first want to ask, was that the speech that was originally intended? Now, my guide said a long time ago to the old Weekend at Bernie's. There will be AI videos released, pre-recorded speeches released in an attempt to make it look like the orange twerp is still upright and functioning. But let's have a look. Oh, and apparently everything's Biden's fault. Of course it is, and half of it's Obama's fault apparently. And he's put these just ghastly plaques underneath the supposed photographs of past presidents, and didn't even put a photograph of President Biden up. Put it as a supposed auto pen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the twerp didn't sign all 1,600 January the 6th pardons personally himself. And I've covered that before. The reason why he's so desperate, or the regime is so desperate to get Biden's executive orders out, is because there is one there that actually snuck through and became law, from what I understand, saying that if there is treason, international, election interference, etc., that the whole of the cabinet, president, cabinet, vice president, speaker of the house, etc., the whole lot of them get removed from office. Okay, but I'm having a look about the is this speech the one that they originally had slated? Now, these two cards fell out. This one came out second, so I will just put that to the side. This card came out first. What's this one? Okay, so the signifier, was it the initial speech, the Magician? It's about manipulation. It's about smoke. It's about look over here while this is happening over there. I think he's got everything in his toolbox, this magician, to do what he needs to do. You've got the wand, the swords, the cup, and the pentacles. He's holding the two-ended candle, burning the candle at both ends up there. You've got the lily of the valley. No, not lily of the valley. What are they called? I'm just trying to think. The poisonous lilies down here. Yeah, I think they had more than one speech on the go from that. They may have had 4 speeches with the 4 options here. I think they had more than one speech on the go because the challenge was the health of the orange twerp. They can't afford to let him have free rein as an actual live. So was it the original intended speech? I don't think it was. Let's see where it goes. The energy that the regime is stewing on in regards to this was keeping something, a lid on something undercover, a lid on something, watching it intently. Okay. I'm actually going to have a reading on his health. I don't think he's well at all. There's something, I'm getting like there's something wrong. There's something quite wrong. They're just telling, I'm just getting this real feel that there's something quite wrong. Okay, in the past, the smoke and mirrors, the illusion, the choices that were made. Yeah, I think there was more than one speech and they had to choose which one to play. They played the one that made him, in their opinion, made him look strong. Sorry, I've got the overhead light on again. I might turn that off in a minute. The strength card, yeah. They played the speech that they thought would make him look strong. I'm just going to flick that off. Is that the one I'm after? Nope, the other one. Ta-da, done. Okay. Hopefully that picks up all right. Yeah, the speech that they thought he looked most coherent. He looked, believe it or not, from what I've heard of it, it was just 10 lies in the first 30 seconds type thing. But yeah, the one that made him look most coherent, the one that was trying to beef up his supposed strengths. Okay, where's this going? We've got Page of Swords in the immediate future. There might be some leaking here in regards to this speech. There might be some news that sort of sneaks out over the airways. I mean, the regime, just like it did the first time round, leaks like a sieve. But we might hear some news of a truth in the immediate future here. Keep the ear to the ground. We've got externally, we've got the Ace of Cups, which is about an emotional overwhelming. It can be an emotional breakdown, a cleansing underway to bring in the new. And then we've got internally the Star card. Can be the best of democracy, but it can also be the narcissist as well. Internally, I'm the star, but externally, I won't say non-functioning as in had a stroke, but non-functioning in the way of just emotionally overwhelmed. Okay, let's see where this goes. Hopes and fears that everything is going to be revealed with the Sun card, the outcome contained in a luxurious cage. Dreaming of overseas. I've always gotten, I know some readers have said, oh, he'll flee to Saudi Arabia or whatever and fall ill and die there, or he'll get away and he'll be sent back. I always get, and one of us will be right somewhere along the way, but I always get that he plans to flee but is unsuccessful. And then we've got the walking away card again. Forced to walk away. I'm just getting forced to walk away. Seeing what's coming up next. We've got action being taken here. This is also one of my cards. This is my card for the legislators. Action taken by the legislators. You've got the Empress, which is the Russia card, and you've got the Jack Smith card. This is about selling documents overseas and the Fool. The Fool as in being foolish and over the cliff that turns into a nightmare situation. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, big information coming forward. Page of Wands, an articulate orator bringing that information, and the Sword of Truth. And then we've got the Justice, the Hierophant card. The Hierophant, the government, we've got the working together across the aisle, the infighting, the dark money behind the scenes. It just keeps going and going and going. On the bottom, 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, power, treason, hanged man. Decision needs to be made, abuse of power, money trails, Wheel of Fortune. And again, 10 of Swords, Tower. The treason card, the abuse, the betrayal, the deceit, the lies, the sabotage, being strung up, having to make a decision on what to do. I keep going back to the documents case. I don't think the speech that was given was the originally, or one, I think there was more than one option there. And this one was the most benign, I think, because, so tell me, was this the speech that was aired, the announcement, because what, how do I put this? Was the speech that was aired entertainment only because was it the most innocuous one, like the least offensive one, because the Jack Smith testimony wasn't as bad as they thought it would be? I mean, Jamie Raskin said it was awful, but was the speech, was the Orange Twerps pre-recorded speech from yesterday, was it the most benign one because the regime thinks they've got the upper hand? Right. The restriction, so the behind the closed doors. So because Jack Smith gave his testimony behind closed doors, they think they can control it. Was that why they put out the most benign speech? Yeah, the challenge is the volume of information that came out. That I mean, the challenge to keeping it restricted is I think it is going to leak out, but let's see where we go. Right, an inability to harvest. So this is, again, talks about the restriction that was put on Jack Smith. You've got in the past, the infighting, the argy-bargy back and forth. I think that they put this speech out because it was, they think they've got it under control, that they can dictate the narrative. Okay, let's see where this goes. But crowning this reading, the energy over this is the burden of the information that is available, the burden of trying to keep it contained, to keep it, to own the narrative. Let's see where we go. Here's the Star card again, the best of democracy, the hope and healing. Let's see where it goes. And then we've got the Hanged Man. Externally being stopped. I think this might be reflecting the I'm the star, presenting the orange twerp as the star. But the Hanged Man, there was something that he could have, was something that would have been a sacrifice. Let's see where they go. And the Page of Pentacles. Right, assessing which to put out. This is internally. So something externally was stopped. I mean, this can also be with a star explosion, and these can also be missiles as well. I think with what came out yesterday, they stopped the original intended speech and looked at a different option with the Page of Pentacles internally. Hopes and fears, the Page of Swords, the fear of the truth getting out, the outcome, a crossroads decision about which way to go. The Three of Cups, the those that are circling the wagons around the orange twerp, and the back foot trying to defend their position. And then we've got my military card coming in, desperately trying to hold on with that Four of Pentacles. You've got the Emperor, but information is still going to get out to come forward about the Emperor. And then we've got the Justice card on the bottom, the Empress, Russia, Temperance, trying to spin nightmare situation, the government, and some sort of contracts and agreements that they don't want exposed. The Fleeing, the Gilded Cage, the End, the Wheel of Fortune. Look at these major arcana as underlying energy. Yeah, I'm really getting the feel that whatever happened yesterday, they had options into speeches. Oh, I turned the lights off and now the picture window is glowing on me. But they think they've got it in hand. They think they've been able to smother it and stop it from getting out. We've got the Star being stopped and then looking at the option here. I honestly, I think whatever, they had options of speeches to be live, and they analysed those in the regime behind the scenes, analysed the Fool off the cliff, but we are also in uncharted waters. The fact that AI is being used, and pre-recordings are being used instead of and touted as supposed live. So I really think they had a range, an available range, and based on what was revealed yesterday, they chose this particular option. Okay, show me what I keep getting. I've been getting it all day. In fact, it's been nagging me all day to come on and read about it. Literally all I have written down is speech, not the one slated to give, and I wrote that over my first coffee this morning, and I've been busting all day to come in and have a look. Okay, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? Something from the past, overseas, and the truth. Information potentially coming from overseas, the truth, judgment moment about the steel, and looking at the option, looking at what came out. On the back foot, trying to defend as the truth does leak out here. And the volatile information, if it's let out, will change everything with the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. There's something about the information that came out yesterday that they went, right, this is the speech we're going to go with because we don't need this other one, if that makes sense. Okay, let's have a look. Show me his house. I had to laugh. One of my beautiful viewers made a comment about she went to, in the UK, I think it was, for a neurological test and was shown 4 photographs and was asked to name them. And can't remember who the second one she said, but it was something like, oh, that's Keir Starmer and the orange twerp. And apparently the doctor cacked himself up with laughter and said, yeah, that'll do. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, there's something that's still to come out with Temperance and the Ace of Swords. So show me his health, Trump's health. The fact that it was pre-recorded, if you know what to look for, it was actually quite obvious, but you really had to watch. Not that I really watched it. My daughter actually found someone who was doing did an analysis on it, and came up with, yes, it was pre-recorded and stitched together using AI. Show me his health. Show me, what's his health like at the... Not good. Not good at all with the Three of Swords. And it is going to be revealed. There is going to be no hiding it. Three of Swords. This is for 18 months, it's been my orange twerp vascular moment. I would say he's had a couple of separate occasions. He's had stents put in. There was one, I believe, in the middle of last year, and there was one early-ish this year. Was it early-ish this year? He went missing for about 10 days after November the 5th, but there was one earlier in the year. So I would put pounds to peanuts. He's had a couple of stents put in, but there's my vascular moment card. Oh, could be card of the day, the Two of Swords. It's popped out in every single spread so far. The specialist's having to make a decision. It's a nightmare situation with the Nine of Swords. Three of Cups, the minor arcana death card. The emotional loss and disappointment. I don't know that he's even functioning. Let's see where we go. We've got the Fool, the walking off the cliff. uncharted waters. I mean, if the president is incapacitated or unwell that he cannot carry out his duties, we are in uncharted waters, absolutely. You've got the Page of Wands in the immediate future, some sort of announcement coming out. You've got the Ten of Pentacles externally, which is the end of a legacy, passing on the legacy, passing it through to the next generation. Internally, Three of Wands, internally wanting to get away, a plan coming to fruition, but the ships are going out. This is leaving, wanting to get away, but unable to do so. Ten of Wands, in the hopes and fears, the burden, the chaos. The Moon card. None of these are good cards. The Moon card is about secrets being revealed, coming to the surface, being exposed. I mean, the other end of this mountain here, and this is the new moon period. So the sun is shining on one side and it's dark on the other. And on the other side of this hill, at the end of this long trail, is the Death card, looking back. Okay. Four of Wands. Announcements coming out of the White House, but the rah rah rah, everything's fine, except the people in the background are all rushing around, leaving, trying to leave. I don't know what they're rushing around doing. And then the Ace of Cups, an emotional overwhelming. I don't know. I'm not going to say he's gone, but I think there's, I don't think he's terribly functioning. Right, the Nine of Cups, thinking that they've got all their ducks lined up in a row, but what's under this magician's cloth here? This is a presentation out the front. Yeah, everything's okay. But it's not with the Four of Cups. And then we've got the Ace of Swords, trying to keep his health a secret with the Four of Pentacles, as they work on it with the Eight of Pentacles. But what they were doing in the past is no longer working. And then the Ace of Wands, a huge announcement coming forward. On the bottom, the Sun card. Again, the High Priestess, trying to get an agenda through and underway, holding secrets. But the Page of Cups, trying to something out of left field. And then we've got the Justice, we've got the infighting, and so it continues. I think we're full on into fakery. They may wheel him out occasionally for controlled situations, but I think we're actually in full on fakery stage. Show me, are we in? So Giorno's gone. Are we in full on fakery stage? Let's have a look. Oh, if you're wondering what the deck is, it's the Smith-Waite Centennial Edition. Are we in full on fakery stage? Right, well, all those wanted to come flying out, so let's have a look. Starting at the top one. End of an era. Ending. Major Arcana, another one. Nurturing, caring, perhaps. This could be a nurse caring for, looking after, or it could be Russia. I think it might be the nurse caring, because the Four of Swords, gravely ill. Three swords, Three of Swords into the heart, poised over. Are we in full in fakery? Page of Swords, putting it out there onto social media to make it appear that all is okay, apparently. And we've got the Devil. by those that tied themselves to the devil. Six of Pentacles, reducing health, and then the Ace of Swords, cutting through the crown. Haven't got the Death card. I keep feeling he'll have some sort of major vascular event and be pretty much incapacitated for a while. We've got the Lovers, some sort of contract and agreement. We've got the Gilded Cage, and we've got the Loss, the Cups, but then we've got the Strength card and the Death card and trying to keep it under wraps. Now, I'm not saying he's dead. I would not be surprised if he was unable. I mean, yes, he does have a couple of body doubles, but they're not close range body doubles. They're, photographed from the back in the distance, clambering in and out of a golf cart type thing, from 3 holes away type thing. I don't know that he's actually functioning at the moment. Okay, I might leave that there. I'm starting to get right down into conspiracy theory. Is there anything else we need to know? Anything else we need to know? Oh, there was a video apparently that came out of a plane that was supposedly stopped at the airport by supposedly George Conway. It wasn't George Conway. That was AI, I believe. And no, there was no truth to that. But that's why it's so important. If you see a breaking news video, you need to find another reputable, preferably overseas news source to confirm it, or somewhere like AP News or PBS. I find the ABC, not the ABC, the BBC, quite good. The Guardian, Al Jazeera on occasion. Yeah, just a reputable, even if you don't like them, overseas news support. Okay. Been told to stop. I was being poker shuffling. The Eight of Pentacles, looking at the situation and trying to find alternate options, because what they are doing is not working. And when I'm talking about health, Pentacles mean health. Looking at, is there anything else we can do? What options do we have? Because what we are doing at the moment is not working. Now, Denise, time for a health reading. Okay, let's see if you get the particular cards. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I said I was going to leave it there, but what they're currently doing is not working. Spinning the situation, pouring from cup to cup, trying to come up with perhaps a new medication formula, or just simply spinning the situation that he is still upright and functioning, but there's a good chance that he's not. Okay, I'll leave that there. Love to you all. Take care.